Corruption in Education Sector, Democratic Republic of Congo. Introduction. Education is the most important social institution since it imparts knowledge to society, fostering social development in various sectors. Working in various economic sectors requires sufficient writing and speaking skills. Moreover, education enlightens society on how to solve problems with sustainable solutions. However, social vices like corruption encumber the success of educational systems by limiting resources availability. Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, is one of the developing countries impoverished by wars and political stability. Consequently, corruption has found its way into various social institutions. Education is the most affected sector, leading to poor service delivery and the consequent outcome of the system. Political instability, poor governance, and the unstable rule of law have led to increased corruption. Therefore, poor academic performance among students in DRC is attributed to the misappropriation of public funds. This paper explores corruption in the DRC educational system and recommends curbing the threatening habit. Importance of education. DRC is one of the developing countries with poor infrastructural and social institutions. With about 83 million, the country is ranked the third most populous developing country. The steady population growth economically affects the country since most of the population lives below the poverty line. Education in DRC is significant in fostering knowledge for sustainable economic growth. Educated Congolese are employed in high-end companies and have significant positions in the public sector. For instance, my uncle is a trained teacher employed by the government. He takes care of his family with ease and has also participated in community development projects. Moreover, education offers Congolese the knowledge to solve problems their country faces. For instance, my uncle is one of the bright Congolese who advocate for women's rights amid wars and political instability. Therefore, education is crucial among the Congolese. Corruption in DRC. Although education is significant in DRC, it is marred by the continuous misappropriation of public funds. Corruption is dishonest and fraudulent conduct by those entrusted with public power. In DRC, like many other countries, the education system is controlled by the government. Consequently, the government funds teachers' wages, school resources, and other educational activities. However, the country's political instability has led few individuals with the power to misappropriate money meant for education. Consequently, many Congolese students in public schools receive poorer education services than those in private schools. However, about 80% of Congolese believe their government is doing a bad job tackling corruption. Massive corruption by government officials in the education system in DRC has degraded the quality of education among Congolese. Impacts of corruption. Corruption in the Congolese educational system has led to poor quality of education and increased social problems. Although the increasing population has contributed to the degradation of education, the misappropriation of funds has worsened the situation. The current study conditions are worse compared with those before the 1990s. When our parents were in school, the government offered free educational grants. Moreover, there were many scholarships for students to study abroad, but the scholarships are now reserved for the chosen few. Moreover, initially, there were up to 40 students per class. However, currently, classes have a capacity of over 600 students. Corruption has led to poorly furnished libraries, overcrowded classes, and limited scholarships. Therefore, the students are uncomfortable in classes, and the majority lose hope in the system, giving up on their dreams. Poor education has led to increased national problems due to limited problem solvers in the country. Corruption is detrimental to a country's progress since it limits the quality of education. Curbing corruption. The increasing corruption in the DRC education system can be curbed. Firstly, the country should develop corruption-free policies with harsh legal punishment for corrupt individuals. The policies will scare away persons to misuse public funds. Secondly, international organizations should intervene in peacemaking and political stabilization. International organizations can utilize their expertise by collaborating with the government to stabilize the country politically. Consequently, corrupt individuals will not take advantage of the situation to misappropriate funds. Lastly, public awareness can help encourage the Congolese to protest against corrupt individuals. The citizens will deny corrupt leaders ruling opportunities in the countries. Although corruption negatively impacts education, it can be stopped through legislation, public awareness, and collaboration. Conclusion. Education is a significant social institution that promotes economic growth and development. Quality education enables the creation of jobs and problem-solving in developing countries. However, corruption has affected the DRC education system, increasing the poverty rate in the country. Individuals misappropriate education funds and the government for their interests. Consequently, there is overpopulation in classes and poorly furnished educational facilities like libraries. Many students in DRC quit education due to poor education and limited scholarships to study abroad. However, the vice can be prevented through public awareness, collaboration with international bodies, and the formulation of strict legislation on the misuse of public funds. Corruption has led to poor quality education in DRC, but it can be curbed through public education and working with global organizations.